Hello and welcome. This is Wacko speaking. This is a video of Blackrock Cavrens normal mode. What I'm going to show you here is, first off, where to get into the instance, how to do the instance, the boss's abilities, and how to gain a little bit of extra XP per run here. First off, the instance itself is located in Blackrock Mountains. You can get there by either doing a quest in Mount Hygel, which involves a mole machine, which will send you directly outside the instance. You can also use your own mole machine, which will in turn put you inside Blackrock depths, and you can run from there to discover the instance. After you discover the instance, you are free to use the dungeon finder tool. Also, if you have a full group, you can still use that tool. What you see here in the video now is us doing the trash. It's important that you clear off most of the trash in a big radius around the big boss, as you see, as he do a yell and basically awakes all trash around him. The boss's abilities is fairly easy. He hits not very hard once in a while. He does chains, as you see now. All your DPS hurries up and kills the chains and move away from him. He has a fairly long cast time, but once that cast is done, he will one-shot everyone inside except perhaps the tank. He also has a earthquake ability, which you do not want to stand in. It's like 3k hit per second, and after that it will do a 20k once it finishes. Once you kill the boss, you take the loot and it spawns this big friendly ad. What you want to do is that you want to grab as much as the trash as possible and just hit it once so you have tagged it, and once you've tagged it, he'll smash it for you and you'll gain all the experience points. As you see here, these in rested condition gains me almost 20k a piece, so it's definitely worthwhile getting. We had a little death here, nothing too bad. And after the first few packs, the bus guy, he runs away and you're on your own on the trash again. The next boss we're encountering here in a few seconds will also have a few abilities, but she's fairly easy. What you do is that you have two people standing in the beams pointing to the ads and making sure that the ads do not catch them. Then you keep an eye on the ads, and once the stack of the beam is gone, you let them have a few stacks until your own stack is gone, and you keep doing that so the ads won't turn into these big ads. If you yourself get 100 stacks, you'll also be mind controlled and turn into an enemy ad. As you can see here, our players is doing it quite successfully for the start of the fight. After that, one of them forgets one of the ads at the right side, as you can see. And he'll turn in, there we go, to a big and nasty opponent as well. Just off-tank them if this happens and kill off the boss. It's nothing special really. And after that, there we go. And you do the loot and repeat. Right, just a little bit of rebuffing, resting the dead people because of our little mishap. But it's fairly important that you interrupt these beams, especially in heroic difficulty. As we see here, we have people running about, getting ready to do the next pulls. The next few pulls is just trash, and it's fairly simple. We have nothing special going on. There we go, a bit of jump after all the trash. And here again, the big guy's coming down to help you, and just smash through it as fast as you can once again to grab all the extra XP you can. Again, it's around 20k rested, a little bit less on normal. In here we have the next boss. The bosses in here are fairly close placed to each other and only features like a few minutes of trash. It's a very nice instance. These big filaments, they awake these small quicksilver blobs on the ground. The quicksilver blobs, they do give XP, but I wouldn't recommend killing them. It simply just takes too long and it's not worth it. So kill off the elements and let the small ats freeze again. Once the elements is dead, you will have to take the boss. The boss has a shield that creates 99% damage immunity. After a few seconds, you have a possibility to drag him in the beam of fire in the middle, and it'll go away, the big bad shield. It will melt, like you see him now, molten. Every once in a while, he'll do a fire AoE buff at the grids around him, and the shield will be up again. He'll basically cool down, and you have to drag him through the fire again. However, you do not want him to stand in the fire, as he gets a fire AoE to his attack every time he stacks the buff inside the fire. So quickly into the fire and out again, and wait till he cools off and repeat. This trash right after the boss is fairly simple as well. You do not want to have too many of these ats on your tank, however, because they diminishes your armor like 25% per beam on the tank. So do not let him stack it 2 or 3 times, because that will kill him. And some quick filaments, and then we have these big boulders. It's important that you stack up as best as you can, as they do comets. The comets have a shared splash damage, so the more people you have stacked together, the more people you will actually share the damage from. Instead of one person getting 24k, you can split it out over the whole group to about 5k apiece. But they're nothing special really. The tank can easily take a couple of meteor hits by himself. The next boss we have in here is the dog. He will feature 5 small ats. The ats can be pulled separately on normal difficulty, but not on heroic. On heroic you'll have to kite them and then do the boss for people. Meanwhile they're gone. These small ats do nothing special. They do a fire breath, so point them away from the group. And they do lava on the ground, don't stand in that. And you kill off the 5 small ats one at a time, fairly quickly event. They are very cute little buggers. And once you've done that, it's time for the boss. Will be just a moment now. There we go, pulling the last ad. And moving out of the fire once again. There we go, pulling the boss. Just a second. They tend to run away in fear, and this means that you do want, whenever you actually want to kite them on heroic, you do want to have a clear path for all trash wherever you want to kite them, so they don't run away in fear and pull. This boss is very simple on the mechanics on normal. He charges once in a while, he puts on a debuff on a target, and that target will explode and causes 4 pillars of lava to stand up in the air. It does fairly small amount of damage on normal, a bigger splash on heroic difficulty, but we haven't tried that yet, so I can't tell exactly how much. A few more trash packs and then you're at the final boss. All in all, I would say that for an experienced group, this should take around 15 to 20 minutes, and this was our first one. So we had 26 minutes, including 1 wipe on the second boss. There we go, just pulling the last trash pack before the boss. Once again, here at the boss you can charge in and stun all the ats down there, and the big boss guy that's friendly to you will come and help you kill them, so it's very nice. This boss has one basic ability. He has 2 adds that will diminish healing for 99% or 95% upon giving you those beams. So what you want to do is you want to have 1 or 2 DPS kite those adds around, all the while the rest of them kill the boss. Once in a while the boss will reset aggro and he will be enraged and he will jump to another target. Your tank simply taunts him back, and there we go, just like that, and you kill him. It's fairly important that the tank do not have the 2 adds on him at the same time as the boss, as then he'll not be able to gain any healing at all, almost, and you will wipe on it. He doesn't hit very hard, however, but with 95% reduced healing, a little bit also stacks up during the boss fight. That is basically the abilities and the whole fight. That is Wakoa out. Thank you for tuning in this time.